Hello there and welcome to Project Vegas. So if you haven't watched the previous episode, I recommend you go and do it. Then it will probably make a bit more sense about where we are standing right now. And if you watch it, welcome back. So today we have quite a busy schedule. Among other stuff, we need to finish this roof. And also, if you can hear, there's a spider nearby, and I'm quite certain that it is inside our creeper farm down here. So we need to do some bug fixing of the creeper farm as well and make sure that we only get creepers out of it. It's not a big deal, it works pretty well, but I'd just like to keep things clean and to have it working properly. But before we start bug fixing the creeper farm, maybe we should take a look at the roof and figure out what to do with it. And there we go. I did something about the roof. Let's take a quick look, shall we? So let's start from where we enter. So you come up here through the staircase, and first off, you'll see that I used grey concrete powder as the floor. So don't spill any buckets of water here because that will make it solid. I really like how this looks. I like the texture there, so it doesn't look all too bland. You know, if you take a look at, for example, the white concrete here, it's nice and pure. And for this, I wanted something a bit more coarse, I suppose. Then lighting was an issue. So Tini's actually suggested to me that I could use end rods to light things up because they also do light. And then I built this pipe system or whatever for ventilation or something. I think it looks pretty nice. And then I got enough light. Everything here is actually lit up now so that nothing will spawn during the night. I even put a few of these rods here that's to make even more light, and it kind of just looks like something that holds up the platform up here. So let's take a quick look at the platform. Notice now that the lamps, I think it's a very subtle, a simple design for these lamps. They could probably be better, but for now I kind of like this. So it's a redstone lamp with a light sensor on top. So whenever it gets nighttime, these lights up, which I think is pretty great. So notice I used these light rooms around here just to add the last bit of light that I needed to make nothing spawn up here. And it's not perfect, but I think at least the color matches the design of the pattern here. So I think it's okay. But this basically means now that nothing can spawn up here. And to make this small room here not spawnable, I put these up as well as kind of like antennas or what you call it. So if we just jump out here real quick, take a look from a distance. I actually think the roof looks quite good. I like how the yellow pops out compared to the rest of the building. And I think if you're in a plane and you need to know where to land, it should pop out so you can easily see where to go. So I like it at least. Also notice I put down these vents here. This is just a black concrete block, and then I put these trapdoors on top. This area was really I needed something here, and I figured why not put like some kind of vent. And I did the same back here. And since I also needed a bit of light, I put this in here. So it I think at least this looks like some piping system that you can have on the roof of a building. I mentioned earlier that we had a bug in the system. And maybe we should just quickly go down and sleep, and then I will go inside the creeper farm. We can also take a look at that up close and see if we can find out why they keep spawning skeletons and spiders in there as well. So I just took the stairs up to I think this is the second or third floor now. And in here is the creeper farm. So I already have a suspicion of what is wrong, but we need to be really careful here because I suppose creepers can still spawn while we are in here. I think I need to remove one more block here so we can get on top of this. See, for each layer there's these trapdoors here, as I explained last episode, and the carpets. The carpets make sure spiders can't spawn. They need a 3x3 to spawn, and the creepers well, these make sure the creepers can spawn, not spawn. Since the creepers are less than 2 blocks tall, these make sure that no spiders or skeletons are spawning here. But what I believe to be the problem Well, first of all, this block here is a problem. So let's just remove that. I think this block we just removed might have been from when I put in the cats here, because they were quite tricky to get in. But I actually think now that the problem... I'm not really sure about the spiders, but maybe that's because they can actually spawn down here in the water. So maybe I would need to go in and put trapdoors. Oh, let's just risk it. See, here is where all the creepers are being pushed in to the fire downstairs. So maybe I would actually need to put trapdoors below here to fix it. So let's see if I can get out of here without killing myself. Oopsie. See. I think we luckily just missed the creeper that went down. Let's see how I get out of here. Ah, damn it. I need to be able to fly from here. This is a problem. So maybe instead I should just knock myself out through the wall instead. So let's see if I can close off this hole from here. And then I will knock myself out through one of these corners. So that went okay. And we will close this one as well. Good. So creepers are still flowing through. Everything is great. And we survived. I was actually expecting to die in there. Luckily the spawn rate is a bit shitty while we're in there because of I haven't lit up all caves inside, up below the ground and stuff. So at least we got that going for us, I guess. Okay, I will craft some trapdoors and then we will jump right back in. Okay, so I will just... Actually, I won't close this off because I realized after recording the first entry in here that it's quite dark in here and I don't really know what to do about that. So if it's a bit dark, I apologize in advance. I have my settings on the brightest possible ones. But let's dive in here. I'll leave it hold there to give us a bit of light. Then it's... Oh, gee, that's another creeper. Oh, I get so scared every time. Okay. So let's quickly do this before getting ourselves blown up by something that we don't want to be blown up by. Namely a creeper. So I just need to put these on every single one of these. I actually don't think I need to put them above the fire, so I won't do that. No need to risk it, and they can't spawn in there anyways. So I think if I put some here, and I need one there, just make sure I don't miss any spots. I've done that before on the other layers and had to go back in. Oh, that's a creeper. Oh, there's two creepers. Oh, damn. I can kill you guys, you know that? Just because I'm in here doesn't mean I can't fight. Whoa! Okay, I need to finish this quickly. This is giving me the creeps. I think I got all the spots. I'm gonna hate myself if I later look at the recording and I didn't. But of course I can always just pop back in and fix it. Okay, so let's get the hell out of here. I am not sure that I fixed the spider problem. Why do I have... Oh, that was the extra block we found in there. Okay. I am not sure I have fixed the spider problem. I think this fixed the skeleton and zombie problem. But maybe. So I will leave it for now, and maybe in another episode we might have to pop our head back in order to fix the spider problem as well. It is not a huge problem. It rarely happens. Actually, if we just quickly go and check out our current yield, I haven't checked that for quite a while, so I'm a bit curious to see what's actually inside. Oh, it's nighttime. So I should just quickly get some sleep. So let's take a look at the yield. See, there's a bit of bones, a bit of rotten meat, and string. So there's definitely both spiders and skeletons and zombies in there. But let's close that off for now. For now, it's good. The farm is working. I'm getting a lot of gunpowder. So we are back in my super secret laboratory. And I'm actually here to pick up some of my new favorite blocks. And I will explain you why in a moment. First off, I'm gonna grab a bit of cactus. Yes, cactus have become one of my favorite blocks for a good reason. And secondly, I need to grab another block. And I need to grab it from down here in my storage system. Let's see if we can find it. Yes, there it is. This one. So these two things have recently become one of my favorite blocks, and I'm just about to show you why. Before I can show you, I actually need to melt one of the cacti, which probably gives it away. See, from lapis lazuli, or lazuli, I don't know which one you prefer, I can make blue dye. And from the cactus, obviously, I can make green dye. Let's just plug it all in there. And if I combine these two, I get this cyan color, the same that I used for the windows in the last episode. Which means I actually have a lot of this color lying around. You see, I initially thought that I would be using a lot of either black concrete or gray concrete to build my roads. But I actually realized that cyan terracotta has a decent road color as well. So let's just quickly make it so, and I can actually color 8 of these with just one dye. So that was easily 16 cyan terracotta here. So when I decided to build Project Vegas in the Badlands, I had no idea I would end up with this happy coincidence, I guess. So as you can see, there are terracotta all over the place, and the most common one is the one called terracotta. There are other colors like this brown terracotta, and once it has a color prefix, you can no longer color it. But since this is just terracotta, I can color it into cyan terracotta. Those of you that are a bit observant might already have seen that there are some roads around. I'm pretty sure we've seen that in some of the other footage already. But before we take a closer look, why don't we have a look at the time lapse where I am building the roads, and also there's a bit of terraforming going on in the background. So here we have the roads from a bird eye perspective. Let's just do a quick flyover and back. So notice that the designs for the roads are a bit different, the small one compared to the big one. So for this main road, I decided to go with 5 blocks wide on each side of this line, and then an additional white line in the sides. So about the colors here, where I live here in Denmark, we usually have, for the most part, white lines both in the middle and at the sides. But I went online to kind of see how does it work in the Nevada area, near the real Las Vegas, and I found some cool pictures of some roads where the lines in the side were white and lines in the middle yellow. So I figured, why not do that to have a bit of different color as well, because roads tend to get a bit boring to look at. I also added like these pavements, what do you call it, sidewalks to the roads. I'm not sure how I'm gonna handle this yet. There's like the whole thing with levels up and down, and I wanted them to be higher up than the road at least, but I suppose it can give problems, for example up here, when you're near the entrance, since I already built this building, and it would look quite weird if we just had like slabs in front like this. So I did something, yeah, as you can see, like this, and maybe I'll change it up. I'm not really sure yet, but for now this is how it goes. Also added a few trees here just to have something, but the exterior design I really haven't decided on yet. I'm kind of making it up as I go, I suppose, trying to plan ahead just a little bit. But for the smaller roads, the lines are slightly shorter. So for the main road, the lines are 4, has a length of 4, and then the space between them are 5. And here I went down to 3 for the lines and 4 for the space between them. And also each side of the road is only 3. I didn't want to go down to 2 because if I ever wanted to, and maybe I will, add like vehicles and cars to this build, I would hate to be constrained to only 2 blocks wide. I think even 3 blocks wide might be cutting it close to make a decent car. And for the main roads here, at least I have 5 blocks to work with. So I've never built vehicles like that, so I am not really sure whether or not it will be a problem, but I do know, generally speaking, that building stuff in Minecraft gets very hard once you start to add constraints for the size. Back here, I built the parking lot. As a side note, before we take a look at that, just take a look at this whole open area here. As you saw in the time lapse, there was a huge mountain here, and Teeny's removed the most of it for me. Well, not mountain, but hill, which was really nice. So now there's room to expand and hopefully put up some cool buildings or building here fairly soon. So I added this parking lot. Let's just jump up high to have a look at it. So it could be bigger, I guess, but compared to the size of the building, I suppose, there's not room for many cars, but even then, if we make the parking lots too big, it just looks weird. In Minecraft, everything is bigger, right? And we have lines that are technically a meter wide, assuming that a block is a meter by a meter by a meter, then this is quite big. So I think this is the size I'll settle on for now. I might add more here as well, I'm not sure yet, but I also considered having, some bushes or grass area between these. So instead of just having a line here, I considered having like maybe a width of 3 or 4 where there could be a bit of plant. And I might do that some places, but for now I just wanted this to be like an asphalt park, a parking lot. So this will have to do it for now. So it's a fairly simple design, I guess. And just quickly take a look at the size. Again, I did it 3 wide for the cars because that was the minimum width I decided on for cars on the roads out there. And then a length of 4 because cars usually are longer than they are wide. This also means that there's a width of 3 here. And this small road here also has a width of 3. So I think that'll be the standard design for this project, that small roads will have a width of 3. Medium roads, we could say, will have a width of 7 with 1 for the line. And then main roads will have a width of, I think this would be 13, right? So 5, 5, 1, 1, 1. Yes, that gives 13. So it's just about time to wrap up the episode. Before we do that, I just want to add a comment about the creeper farm below us. So the fix we did didn't really solve the problem. Quite the opposite, it created, surprisingly, a bit of a bigger problem, because zombies still spawn for the silo, it seems, and now they get stuck while we try to flush them out, which is a problem. I'm not really sure if I will go and fix this off camera or if that will be part of the next episode, but either way I need to get it fixed. So, it's time to wrap up this episode. I do hope you enjoyed watching it, at least I enjoyed making it. Do remember to hit the like button down below. Also, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button to tag along. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and you'll see me in the next video. Bye!